Hey, what's up YouTube? It's abluegolfball here today with another Pokemon TCG online video, and today I have for you guys a Scizor deck, and this is from Boundaries Cross, so it's still legal in the standard format until a couple more weeks, but once the rotation happens, it will be XY onward, and if you're watching this video, a month later when it's already XY onward, yep, this would be good for expanded. And so, yeah, we have Scizor here. And why am I playing a Scizor deck? Well, because we've seen some success from Eduardo Gonzalez, I believe, at the U.S. Nationals in 2015 in Indianapolis, Indiana. He used a Hippowdon deck that had an attack very similar to Scizor here. And so before there was Hippowdon, there was Scizor, but the Scizor here is a little bit weaker in HP. It is a metal type, so it's 120. The attack is actually a little more flexible. It's only 2 colorless energy, but it's a little bit weaker. I believe Hippowdon's attack is 60. The Scizor here is only 40, so it's a little bit problematic. Basically, what's going on here is Steel Slash. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from Pokemon EX. Pretty cool. Of course, Slashing Strike here can do 100 damage, but you won't be able to use Slashing Strike in the next turn. So, it's got a 2 retreat cost. It's pretty heavy. Psychic Resistance and Fire Weakness, of course, since it's a metal type. But what we're going to do to make this a little bit more effective, and we're going to add a little bit twist on here, is we're using Mew EX here, and we're going to use Versatile, and we're going to combine it, of course, with Dimension Valley. And this way, the Steel Slash here would be only for 1 energy, and a hit for 40, and then you can prevent damage from EXs done to your Mew EX. Pretty slick, huh? We're going to be running 3 of these. We're going to do a 4-3 line of the Scizor. We're going to have 1 Shaman EX here for the setup ability, and potentially Sky Return. Hopefully we'll never need to do that. And then last of all, we got Seismitoad EX. With Quaking Punch just to shut off item cards. And yeah, this is going to be kind of the plan here. The deck list is very similar to the Hippowdon deck list. The problem with this is it's a little bit weak. You could definitely add lasers, but I'd rather not since those are so annoying. But you can definitely add lasers. The problem with this is the Scizor here doesn't have the support that fighting Pokemon do with Strong Energy, Fighting Stadium, being able to hit for additional 40 damage plus, Muscle Band, so you can hit for 60 damage additional, So then that means Hippowdon's attack would actually be doing 120. That's 3 times as much as the Steel Slash here. Of course, you can still slap on a Muscle Band, but you're doing half as much as the Hippowdon at full power. So we'll see how this works, right? We're gonna be kind of making a trade-off: less power versus more power, with less energy cost versus more energy cost. So it's going to be kind of the switch off here. Onto the item cards and whatnot, we have Computer Search. We also have 1 Enhanced Hammer, 1 Escape Rope, 2 switches, and then we've got the Ultra Ball here, 3 of these. Got VS Seekers, 4 of these. Colress, got Lysander here, 2 of those, 3 Ns, and a Pokemon Center Lady in case of special conditions and other things like that. We got Professor Birch's Observation, 4 Junipers, and 2 Xerosic. Getting pretty heavy on the tools and stuff like that. We have the 4 Dimension Valleys here. We got Hard Charm and Muscle Band. We will also be playing Headringer, so we'll trouble our opponent's EXs a lot. And then here is 4 DCEs, 4 Psychic Energies, and 3 Water Energies in case we ever need to use Grenade Hammer. And of course, you never know when Mew EX here can actually use some of that Water Energy to versatile other water Pokemon on your opponent's side of the field. So that's it for the deck. Let's go ahead and see this deck in action on Pokemon TCG Online. Alright, and looks like we're going to be playing against Rapid Bulldog. It is a colorless and fairy deck. Apparently we have the advantage, and so I really hope all my opponent plays is EX Pokemon. That'd be really good. Ideally, it's going to be like Shaman and a bunch of Gardevoir EXs. That would be fantastic. Anyways, we start off with a terrible hand. Oh my gosh, this is just awful. We'll probably lead with the Mew EX. And that's it. I don't want to play these guys. Okay. I probably could have played the Seismitoad, but you know what? I'm going to end my turn here. My opponent won't be able to knock us out. I want to see if my opponent wants to play an N. Seeing that I still have 6 cards in my hand, maybe my opponent may be tempted to play N. This is kind of those psychological games, like, you know, why doesn't he bench anything, or does he have something else up his sleeve? But no, my opponent plays Pokemon Fan Club instead, and there it is. We see, oh, there is the Gardevoir, and my opponent likely would play some kind of Fairy Garden to get all the free retreat and whatnot. There is the Geomancy, and we gotta wait and see. But this my opponent played the energy over. Oh, okay, alrighty then. So this is kind of pathetic, but I'm gonna play the Toad here, and let's just go with this. Let's go versatile, and we're gonna slash. Eat that, Spritzy, in your face. We slashed you. Anyways, I still have another Lysander here, so if this Spritzy retreats somehow, we can slash the Spritzy in the face one more time, knocking it out of the park. Assuming my opponent doesn't evolve into the Aromatisse right now, but I'll take my chances. Anyways, my opponent here, the Rapid Bulldog, has only played one supporter. Same with us. This is a very slow game. Nothing too explosive yet. We haven't seen things like, you know, double Shamans and whatnot, and then a Juniper and yada yada yada. It's kind of slow right now, and oh no, my worst fears. It's oh my gosh, it's a Aromatisse plus the Fairy Garden with the free retreat, and my opponent's gonna go for another Pokemon Fan Club, filling up the bench to 5. My opponent's got a huge bench right now. Well, I mean, unless my opponent had Sky. Oh my goodness, it's a Kangaskhan EX. Oh, so we're gonna see Mega Kangaskhan. We don't really see Mega Kangaskhan in play, not too much anymore. Here is the Aromatisse here, getting ready to retreat. And if we get another energy, I would actually opt to knock it out somehow. All we get is another. Shucks. Okay, so we can't exactly copy anything over here. Let's see. We get a VS Seeker. Oh no. Okay, let's just do this. All right. Shucks. Okay. Triple draw. We're gonna slash this guy until it knocks out. Now my opponent is gonna probably play this and retreat. I don't know. Maybe I should have triple drawed. Man. Here it is. My opponent can actually hit us for a Shining Wind. And with the Gardevoir Spirit Link, nope, my opponent may be going for, okay, so, gotta wait and see. Now, this Aromatisse getting powered up can actually do a lot of damage to our Mew EX if we can ever get the Slash Blast going, but, alright, here we go. We will knock out this Aromatisse once and for all. So what I'm gonna do is, oh, perfect, okay, oh, this is kind of tricky, Alright, so I opted to do this instead because I want this Mew EX to be back. I want to get a backup attacker because, you know, this Gardevoir EX can evolve and stuff like that. Now, I know I could have done Seismitoad's Quaking Punch, but, you know, anything can happen. And so we'll just get rid of that Aromatisse, and my opponent's down to 2 cards. So that's another reason why I didn't go for a Quaking Punch, was because, you know, who knows, right? We didn't know we were going to get a Juniper off the prizes, and my opponent ends us anyways. Okay, so I didn't want to do Quaking Punch because, right, my opponent only had 2 cards. Who would have thunk my opponent had an N, and this would happen, right? So hopefully my opponent does not evolve here, and we really need to get going with what do you call it? The Scizor. So we don't really have anything. Darn it! We get hit for 100 damage. That's not cool. Okay, all right. So here's what we're gonna do. We'll just go with this right here. We're gonna bench this right there, and I gotta go with this here. Let's just heal that, and we'll play the Shaman. Oh, perfect. We'll do that right there. Trouble this guy a little bit. And we can still get hit for 100, but you know what? This is great. I'm going to go ahead. We'll switch into the size, so we'll hit for the Quick Punch and locking my opponent from using any item cards. We really got to just play it slow and wait until we get the Scizor going. That way we can get protected from EX Pokemon. Now my opponent's going to play this right here. And we do have 2 Lysanders ready to go. We can actually, oh no, here's the Aromatisse. Okay, alright, so we get hit for 100. That's not so bad. Okay, and, what to do here. Now, we can definitely play the Juniper and get a nice hand size, but, alright, so, yeah, actually, what I'm going to do here, might as well, we're going to play that right there, and, let's just do that. Whatever happened to that Scizor? We don't need this enhance hammer. Oh man, we got a hard charm there we could potentially use. Got another head ringer that's kind of useless. Could get the Dimension Valley. I really need a Scizor going here, and we desperately need it. Now, if I get the Scizor off this Juniper, that's really sad. Oh, see, this is the reason why I got the Scizor. Okay, so there we go. We'll just counter the stadium. And lucky for us, we actually got a escape rope. Now, I did consider getting a switch off of that computer search, but I think going this route is a little bit better. And, alright, so we're just going to get rid of the N right here. And really, we don't need any other Pokemon. Let's just get another Scizor ready to go. And that way, if my opponent does Lysander on them out, we should be fine. Alright, so we're going to play the escape rope and wait and see what my opponent's going to do. Likely, we're going to see a Xerneas come out to play. But if that happens, I would actually knock out the Xerneas. I'm going to use Grenade Hammer and just knock out the Xerneas. I don't know. Maybe not, actually. Oh, man, it's very tempting, though. But then knowing that I can't really do that with this Mew EX here, we're going to bring this Mew here, and I'm just going to versatile. Let's go ahead and just do... We could go for a Quaking Punch, but I don't want to see a retreat here. My opponent can hit us for 100 damage and whatnot. So we... Oh, man. Well, okay, I'm just going to go for Quaking Punch, hit for 50. See, the problem here is my opponent can move some energies around up to the Xerneas. And this is where I want to kind of play by ear. Depending on what my opponent does, what I want to do is... we'll take a hit for sure. We'll take the hit. We're going to get hit with a Rainbow Spear. We'll get hit for 100. We will survive the turn. I can actually play the Hard Charm onto this Scizor, perhaps. Maybe not. Oh, no. There is the Fairy Garden. Dang it. Oh, no. Here comes the... Oh, dang it. Shucks. We can't win. My opponent has way too many energies out here. Okay, so we get hit for 270 damage. Now, this Mew EX here... we'll get knocked out if we don't do this right. Alright, so here's our dilemma. Alright, I'm just going to bench this Scizor here. Let's go ahead and counter that. And I'm going to go for the Juniper. We really need to get this here. Alright, so here's our dilemma. I'm going to go for a Steel Slash. Alright, the problem here is this guy is weak to metal, so we'll double that. The problem here is, you know, these Xerneas, he's got 3 Xerneas that we got to deal with, and that's too much of a problem here. So let's just go ahead. We're going to hit this right here. And, oh my goodness, 3 Xerneas. How are we going to handle that? I really don't know. Yeah, well, let's see here. I mean, we can definitely knock out this one here. Oh my gosh, my opponent just keeps countering our stadiums. My opponent's got 2 stadiums in the discard pile, and we got 2 stadiums in the discard pile. We are actually in the stadium lead since he played his stadium first. But, oh man, this is going to be really problematic. My opponent won't be able to knock us out. He'll hit us for 80 with the Hard Charm here, reducing it. But then we should be able to put a lot of pressure on this Xerneas and potentially do a 2-hit knockout on the Xerneas. My opponent will have to 2-hit knockout us as well. And, oh no. Shucks. Okay. Well, darn. Okay, so we'll just counter the stadium, and there it is. This is not looking too good. There we go. All right. Slow him down a little bit. He's down to 20 HP. Yeah, this is not good. This is not very efficient. But my opponent is down to 2 prizes. So a knockout on the Scizor will be GG. My opponent just needs a VS Seeker or another Lysander, and that would be the game, unless we can finish off this Gardevoir. But man, my opponent was able to get a ton of energy out here. 3, 6, 10 energies out here, and none in the discard pile. Wow, that is insane. So now, you know, my opponent will be able to knock out this, won't be able to hit this Scizor, but definitely will need to either retreat into the Xerneas, pay the retreat cost for 2, and bring out the Xerneas to injure the Scizor here. Alright, so it looks like that's what my opponent's going to be doing. And for sure, you know, this is kind of tricky. We have to deal with 3 of these Xerneases, right? So we get hit for 80. That's not good. Okay, so we're going to have to retreat for sure. Well, we can sacrifice one of them, right? Alright, we'll just sacrifice one. I don't know if we want to do that or not. Okay. Alright, so here it is. The Xerneas here. Oh no. Okay, if we can get a VS Seeker for a Pokemon Center Lady, how this can work is if this. Oh, never mind. My opponent just passes the turn. Okay, so alrighty then. Let's just go ahead. We'll knock out this Xerneas, and unless my opponent's got something else up his sleeve, the Kangaskhan here won't be able to attack. The only guy that can attack will be the Xerneas here. And we should be able to not exactly knock out the Xerneas. Oh no, we see a max potion on the Gardevoir EX. And once we get rid of all these Xerneases, we should be home free, more or less. My opponent can still actually take out the Scizor. We see a teammates now. My opponent can get a VS Seeker, and in the next turn, finish the game off with whatchamacallit, a VS Seeker for the Lysander, bring out the Toad, and or the Mew EX, and that would be the game. So yeah, I think we just couldn't keep up with all of these fairy energies. Just oh no, my opponent even counters the stadium one more time. How devastating. Okay, so the Xerneas here will be able to knock us out. We get hit for 80. That's gonna be a knockout right there. We'll just promote this Scizor here. And now my opponent definitely is running lower on 8 energy cards, so that's kind of nice. Ended up discarding 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So here is our Scizor. And we will end my opponent down to 1. We do get another DCE here. That's kind of nice. All right, so we're Steel Slash here, hit for 80. And with the weakness, man, I could have done a lot more, actually, if we had a Muscle Band there. It would have been 120, but it wouldn't matter. It would have been 2-hit knockout anyways. Too bad we don't have another energy, a metal energy, to do the Slashing Strike, hit for 200. That would have been a knockout. But we see a star on the Megaphone. Oh, that's pretty tragic. My opponent won't be able to knock us out, even with... Oh no, my opponent ends us. Okay, so we actually get end into a pretty good hand. And we definitely need to deal with... oh man, I wish we could probably deal with this Aromatisse here. But my opponent is without a hand, and here it is. Looks like... What's going on here? My opponent does not... My opponent needs to retreat, that's for sure. Well, my opponent will need to retreat into maybe the Xerneas over here. I don't know, but this is getting a little bit tricky and a little bit risky. All right, so we got to make sure my opponent doesn't get any more VS Seekers for Lysander. So we got to keep this in check. Hopefully my opponent does not top deck a VS Seeker or a Lysander. The Scizor and the Mew EX here on the bench is definitely doomed. Same with this Scizor here. Anything my opponent does. So I actually wouldn't mind getting rid of these guys. That'd be pretty nice. But my opponent can still... That's it. Oh, wow, my opponent passes the turn. That's the most peculiar. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, alrighty then. Okay, I'm going to go for the Professor Birch's observation. We flip tails. I'm going to counter the stadium. That way my opponent doesn't have any retreat. So that should be 4 stadiums in the discard pile. We won the stadium battle, but it's a little bit too late. Let's go for the Steel Slash. We'll knock out this Xerneas here. And my opponent can still do some damage onto the Scizor. I can't believe we're pulling this off. Man, Scizor is... The Steel Slash here is really paying off, man. Well, especially with, having weakness really helps. So the Mega Gardevoir EX, both of them, and the Mega Kangaskhan EX won't be able to attack, really, but my opponent still has 7 energies available. So we got to be very careful here. We got to tread absolutely carefully, and to ensure that nothing funny happens. All right. Too bad we don't have that metal energy. Definitely could have used that, but we'll just go with the Steel Slash. Hopefully my opponent does not have a VS Seeker, or oh my goodness, my opponent passes the turn. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna Lysander out this Aromatisse, I think. Yeah, Let's go with that. And we'll just go with the Steel Slash. And we could have Lifesteal out this Journeyus, but I'm feeling pretty comfortable here. As long as the Aromatisse can't move energies around, we should be okay, I think. Too bad we don't have any more Headringers. I could have used Zero Stick, move this one here off of this Gardevoir, and then put another Headringer there. That would be pretty funny. But gotta wait and see. Does my opponent have anything? I really would like to play another N. I think we got one more VS Seeker. 1, 2, so 3 VS Seekers. We got 1 VS Seeker left, unless it's prized. I think we should have one more, and we can end my opponent down to 1 again. And all right, here we go. We'll just knock this guy out, taking this another prize. We got the VS Seeker here, folks. So we can VS Seeker for the N, and just hope my opponent does not have it. Alright, so actually I'm going to VS Seeker. Oh no, it is over. My opponent got the Lysander, and it took out the Seismitoad. No, Seismitoad. Oh man, we had so much hope. My opponent had the Lysander. In the next turn, I would have been able to play an N and disrupt my opponent's hand. Oh man. Huh. Well, what do you know? Well. Anyways, that's it for the deck. My opponent here definitely got a good start, and Scizor definitely was the MVP. We just couldn't pull it off. Definitely an exciting battle and a close matchup, but poor Scizor just can't keep up with these new Megas and these new EXs. Now, during Scizor's time, even though Scizor didn't have much play in Boundaries Cross during its day, it's still, it's still a fun card to play. It's just that now with all these new Pokemon cards in the XY era, it's hard for these older cards from previous sets, even though it's still in the standard format for the next couple weeks, to keep up. But maybe we'll see some more metal support in the future. I know there is Shield Energy, but we don't really see that much in play anyways. So what do you guys think of the deck? And if you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up. Even though we saw a loss, it was certainly exciting and a lot of fun. And yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, give it a video a thumbs up. And if you are a returning subscriber, thanks so much for supporting this channel and watching and enjoying these videos and joining me on this epic journey of countless and endless Pokemon TCG battles. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.